In Vedic astrology or Parasara system of astrology, there are 3 or 4 methods to find out the likely timing of marriage of a boy or girl. You can predict timing of marriage through Vimshottari period system, that is, marriage may take place during the main or subperiods of planets influencing second house and seventh house, or marriage may take place during the main or subperiods of planets sitting in second and seventh house, or marriage may take place in the periods of planets associated with second house lord and seventh house lord, or with planets sitting in second house or seventh house. That is one method. But there is one more method, that is by applying transit of Jupiter on natal chart and Navamsa chart, you can also find out timing of marriage. But there is yet another transit application which is a product of research of Delhi astrologers. In that research, it's found out that marriage may take place within a 2.5 years and most likely within 27 months of transit Saturn influencing Lagna or Lagna Lord and 7th house or 7th Lord. So once transit Saturn's influence falls on Lagna or Lagna Lord and 7th house or 7th Lord, marriage may take place within 27 months of the date beginning that influence. Through that, we get a deadline of Saturn. Within the deadline of Saturn, we have yet to see the transit of Jupiter. So transit Jupiter should influence Lagna or Lagna Lord and 7th house or 7th Lord. Again, it should influence 5th house or 5th house Lord and 9th house or 9th house Lord or natal Venus. So within 1 year of such influence, marriage may take place. This means first, when we apply transit of Saturn and natal chart, we get 27 months period. That means we get a deadline. Within that deadline, we get another date of Jupiter. Under any circumstances, Jupiter's deadline should not cross the Saturn's deadline. So within Saturn's deadline, we have to check if Jupiter influences Lagna or Lagna Lord in the natal chart, and again 7th house or 7th Lord in the natal chart only, and again 5th house or 5th Lord and 9th house or 9th Lord or natal Venus. This also in the natal chart only. That means transit Jupiter should be imposed on natal chart and see this influences. So not exceeding Saturn's deadline, within 1 year of transit Jupiter's influence on the said factors, marriage may take place. And again, within that 1 year, we can find out when would marriage take place within a period of 6 months by applying transit of Mars. But Mars transit application deadline should not cross Jupiter's deadline. That's very important. First we get 27 months of Saturn's period. Within that period, we get a period of 12 months of Jupiter transit application. Within that 12 months period of transit application, we get a 6 months period of Mars application. Transit Mars should influence Lagna or Lagna Lord, number 1. Number 2, 7th house or 7th Lord. Number 3, 5th house or 5th Lord. And finally, ninth house or ninth house lord or natal Venus. So transit Mars should influence these factors in the natal chart. Within 6 months of that influence, marriage may take place. So Mars deadline should not cross Jupiter's deadline. Jupiter's deadline should not cross Saturn's deadline. And finally, we can find out when marriage would take place within a 40-day period in the said influenced period of transit Mars. This you can find out by applying transit of 7th house lord on Lagna lord or 9th house lord or 11th house lord. That means 7th house lord in transit should influence Lagna lord or 9th house lord or 11th house lord. Within a 40-day period of such influence, marriage may take place. This is the research by Delhi astrologers and it is giving excellent results in my experience. So I would like to explain this through an example chart for your understanding. We now have an example chart before you. Lagna is Libra, that is Tula. There are no planets in second house. Third house contains retrograde Jupiter. No planets in fourth house and fifth house. Sixth house, falling in Pisces, contains Saturn and Ketu. There are no planets in seventh house. Venus and Mars are there in 8th house. Sun and Moon are there in 9th house. Mercury in 10th house. No planets in 11th house. And finally 12th house, falling in Virgo, contains Rahu. So this is the natal chart of a girl whose marriage has not yet taken place on the date of uploading this video. We will try to apply the transit of Saturn to arrive at a 27-month period, and within that period we will arrive at a 12-month period of Jupiter's transit application, and within that 1-year period of Jupiter's transit application we will try to see the 6 months period of Mars transit application, and within that period of 6 months we will try to get a 40-day period through the application of 7th house lord. We will now try to see if transit Saturn influences natal Lagna falling in Libra, that is Tula, and natal 7th house falling in Aries or Mesham, or its lord Mars. As on December 8th, 2021, transit Saturn is in Capricorn, that is Makara. From Capricorn, find out if Saturn is influencing Lagna or Lagna lord and 7th house or 7th lord. Saturn has got 3 aspects: 3rd aspect, 7th aspect and 10th aspect. From Capricorn, Saturn's 10th aspect falls on Tula, that is Libra. That means transit Saturn is influencing Lagna. That's okay, fine. But it should also influence 7th house or 7th lord. 7th house is Aries, and from Capricorn, Saturn's aspect does not fall on Aries because Saturn does not have 4th aspect. Again, 7th house lord Mars is situated in Taurus in the natal chart. If it cannot influence the 7th house, it should influence the 7th house lord. That is also okay. But Saturn's aspect does not fall on Taurus also, in which Mars is situated. So transit Saturn is unable to influence natal Lagna and natal 7th house. It is influencing natal Lagna, but that's not enough. It should also influence natal 7th house. Now we will try to see if Saturn influences natal, lagna and 7th house when it changes sign. That means when it comes into Aquarius. Transit Saturn moves into Aquarius sign on April 30, 2022 and it becomes retrograde on June 5, 2022. When it enters Aquarius on April 30, 2022, it can aspect 7th house, but its aspect does not fall on Libra, that is Lagna. But when it gets retrograde on June 5, 2022, its retrograde aspect falls on Lagna, that is Tula, and its direct aspect falls on 7th house, that is Aries. So, this means Saturn covers Lagna and 7th house when it gets retrograde on June 5, 2022. So, within a period of 27 months from the date, marriage of this girl should take place. That means September 5, 2024 is the deadline for the marriage to take place for this girl. Now, we will see Jupiter's influence. If transit Jupiter can influence Lagna or Lagna Lord and 7th house or 7th Lord, 5th house or 5th Lord and 9th house or 9th Lord or natal Venus. We can see this on June 5, 2022 itself when a Saturn's influence falls on Lagna and 7th house. Now, on June 5, 2022, Jupiter is in Pisces, that is one house of Jupiter. From Pisces, Jupiter cannot influence Lagna or 7th house or Lagna Lord or 7th house Lord. So when Jupiter is in Pisces, it cannot influence the required factors Lagna or Lagna Lord and 7th house or 7th Lord. Now let us see if Jupiter can influence these factors when it enters Aries. Jupiter enters Aries on April 23rd, 2023. When it is in Aries, it aspects Lagna, that is Tula, and it sits in 7th house, that is Aries. That means it is influencing Lagna and 7th house. But it should also influence 5th house or 5th Lord and 9th house or 9th Lord or natal Venus. But if it can influence 5th house or 5th Lord and 9th house or 9th Lord or natal Venus within a period of 1 year, that also works out well. Jupiter becomes retrograde in Aries on September 5, 2023. When it becomes retrograde, it touches 5th house Lord Saturn through its retrograde aspect, and through its retrograde aspect again, it influences 9th house Lord Mercury. So Jupiter covers all these factors within a period of 1 year. But Jupiter's deadline ends on April 23rd, 2024 because Jupiter first enters Aries on April 23rd, 2023 and from that date its deadline ends on April 23rd, 2024. But its influence on 5th house or 5th Lord and 9th house or 9th Lord or natal Venus falls on September 5, 2023 when it goes retrograde. So from September 5, 2023, April 23rd, 2024 is the period of Jupiter's influence on all these factors. So Jupiter's deadline ends on April 23rd, 2024. Within this period, we have to now check if transit Mars influence falls on Lagna or Lagna Lord, 7th house or 7th Lord, 5th house or 5th Lord and 9th house or 9th Lord or natal Venus. On September 5, 2023, when Jupiter's influence falls on all these factors, Mars is found in Virgo. From Virgo, it can only influence 7th house through its 8th aspect, but it cannot influence Lagna. So first it should influence Lagna. On October 4, 2023, transit Mars moves into Lagna, that is Tula. So when it is in Tula on October 4, 2023, transit Mars influences Lagna and 7th house also. But it should also influence 5th house or 5th lord and 9th house or 9th lord or natal Venus. So within 6 months of its influence on Lagna and 7th house, transit Mars should also influence the remaining factors of 5th house or 5th lord and 9th house or 9th lord or natal Venus. Transit Mars enters Scorpio on November 17, 2023. From there, it influences natal 5th house through 4th aspect and natal 9th house through its 8th aspect. So transit Mars covers all factors of Lagna or Lagna Lord and 7th house or 7th Lord and 5th house or 5th Lord and 9th house or 9th Lord or natal Venus. But Mars deadline ends on April 4, 2024. So marriage should take place for this girl between November 17, 2023 and April 4, 2024. Now we will try to see the 40-day period of marriage for this girl within this Mars deadline. In the natal chart, 7th house lord is again Mars. So on November 17, 2023, when transit Mars influence falls on all these factors, transit Mars is found in Scorpio. From Scorpio, aspect of Mars falls on natal Lagna Lord Venus situated in Taurus. For this girl, marriage should take place within a 40-day period of November 17, 2023. So first we have arrived at Saturn deadline, that is September 5, 2024, and then we have arrived at Jupiter's deadline, April 23, 2024, and Mars deadline, April 4, 2024. Then we have arrived at a 40-day period beginning November 17, 2023. So marriage should take place for this girl between November 17, 2023 and December 27, 2023. This is how to arrive at a 40-day marriage period. I hope you have understood this.